You cannot heal until you release these three hidden emotions. If you have tried everything to heal but nothing is working, this is why. You can eat the cleanest diet, take every supplement, meditate, journal, visualize. But if you are still holding on to these three deep rooted emotions, and no, anger is not one of them, your body will stay in defense mode. You won't feel safe enough to let go, and healing won't happen. These emotions are the invisible anchors keeping your nervous system in survival mode and your body in dysfunction. That is what we are diving into today. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will not only identify these emotions, but also know exactly how to start releasing them today so that real healing can begin. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how these low frequency emotions physically block your healing, why your body stores these emotions long after the trigger is gone, and most importantly, what to do to release them starting today. And if you've ever said, I've tried everything, but nothing is changing, this video could be the emotional breakthrough your body has been waiting for. So let's begin. So here is a person's story. I did not heal until I got honest about what I was holding on to. A few years ago, I sort of hit a wall on my healing journey. On one hand, I was trying to bypass all that was uncomfortable and liberate my soul once and for all. On the other hand, I felt numb, spiritually disconnected. Meditation wasn't working the same way anymore. I couldn't go deeper, no matter how hard I tried. It felt like there was a block sitting on my heart, something I couldn't name or trace back to its origin. It seemed like I had already let go of everything that once hurt me, but still I wasn't making the progress I had imagined I would. Even my physical healings started to slow down until one day it came like an epiphany. I was carrying unprocessed grief. Now, I had experienced a few losses in my life, people I loved, including a pet, and somehow I had skipped the grieving process. Then one random day, while just sitting in silence, something cracked open and I broke down crying. Not because I was sad in that moment, but because I was holding on to unexpressed, unspoken grief, pain I did not even know I was still carrying. And that is when it hit me. My body wasn't broken, my body was full, but holding on to emotions that I never let myself process fully. That day marked the beginning of my real healing journey. So let me show you three emotional blocks you must release if you want to heal fully and completely. Block number one, grief. The emotion you never allowed yourself to feel fully. Because you had to be the anchor for others. You couldn't allow yourself to break down in grief when your children, your parents, your relatives were looking to you for strength. So instead, you numbed and you pretended that everything was fine. You held it all in for them. And grief isn't just about losing someone, it's also about every version of you that's ever died, every dream that fell apart, every piece of your heart you had to hide to survive. Most of us were never taught to grieve properly, so we swallowed it, we moved on. But that, you see, I still have tears in my eyes. That's grief still unprocessed. Excuse me. So most of us were never even taught how to grieve properly, so we swallowed it. We moved on, but that unprocessed grief, it doesn't disappear. It settles in your cells, your lungs, in your heart, your gut. Grief that is felt turns into fatigue, into depression, into chronic tension and tightness in the heart and the lungs. Healing begins when you give yourself permission to grieve. So start here. Sit in silence, put your hands on your heart if you want to, and ask, what am I still holding on to that I never gave myself permission to feel? Block number two is fear, the hidden root of chronic survival mode. You cannot heal in fear. You have to send fear out of your nervous system, out of your cells, out of your heart. Healing cannot be where fear is. Healing is love, and the opposite of love is fear, not hatred. But here is the thing, fear is tricky and is the most misunderstood root emotion, and it hides behind overthinking, control, procrastination, anxiety and restlessness, grind, self-abuse, workaholism, even people-pleasing. Your nervous system has one job: to keep you safe. So if your subconscious is still holding on to old fears, even irrational fears or phobias, your body won't fully heal because it doesn't feel safe to relax. And healing can only happen in safety. Fear tells your body, stay hypervigilant. Do not heal yet, it's still dangerous. What happens? Healing gets postponed. And here is what to do now. Start small. Find reasons to come back to the present moment again and again during work. Appreciate the view outside the window. Slow down and appreciate your coffee. Go without working for a few days. No, the sky won't fall. Give yourself that break, physically, mentally. Tell your nervous system that we are safe now. It is okay to heal, to repair. De-stress. Use breath work and grounding. Spend time in nature. Go without screen for days. No, you're not the one holding the weight of the world politics on your shoulders. It won't move a dime if you don't watch the news today. You're not helping anyone, let alone yourself, by being constantly engaged and anticipating worst case scenarios and who is to blame for the problems of the world. Relax unapologetically. Now, write down your thoughts. It builds awareness and allows you to start disassociating from your fears. What are your greatest fears? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid might happen if you actually heal? You'll be surprised what comes up. Sometimes the fear of healing is scarier than staying sick, because healing means change and the unknown. Block number 3, resentment, the silent poison of the soul. This one's big. Resentment is disappointment you've been holding on to, but never expressed. It's the story of injustice. Your nervous system keeps looping that I've been wronged, I've been betrayed, the parent who failed you, the partner who abandoned you, who didn't understand you, the society that judged you, relatives that disappointed you. Resentment is a frequency of holding on to pain stories. It drains your body, it drains your energy, tightens your muscles, keeps your mind stuck in replay, and worst of all, it keeps your heart closed. It becomes the toxicity in your liver, bitterness in your gallbladder. You cannot truly open to healing when your heart is locked behind bitterness and resentment. Resentment is hard to recognize because it often shows up as blame, as defensiveness, as judgment. So what is the antidote? It's acceptance and forgiveness. Understanding that everyone has their own story and their behavior reflects that story, not your worth. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means freeing yourself from the weight of what happened. It's about letting go, not waiting for closure or an apology. It's about respecting yourself enough to walk away if needed, without carrying that resentment with you wherever you go. Here is your release practice. It's funny, but it works. Write an unsent letter to whoever you feel has hurt you. Rage on paper. Put that rage on paper. Pen it down. Say everything you want to say to that person, and then read it back to yourself aloud. And now, burn it. Forgiveness isn't for them, it is for your own nervous system, so it can finally let go of the guard and allow your body to open and heal. Grief, fear, and resentment take up real energetic space. So if healing hasn't come yet, it is not because you're broken. It is because your body is still carrying the emotional baggage that was never meant to stay in your body. When you release these, even gently, even imperfectly, you shift your internal environment from survival to recovery, from defense to restoration. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.